Michael. Uh, Join the meeting. Download Zoom. Install. Okay. No, thank you. Mm-hmm. That'd be interesting. Okay. Is it working?
Hey,
Oh,
James, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm good. Glad to get off the phone.
Yeah,
I
couldn't get my computer to work, but I got my cell phone to do the meeting thing.
that's good.
Yeah, that was a lot of work, but it's okay. I can do this my cell phone instead. I just got to go plug it up. Okay, so can you please? I got my notepad because I'm really concerned about her energy. I was in the ethers and I found her, and I was connecting with her, and I was trying to get her to go on board with a already checked by an Anunnaki. It's an Anunnaki ship. Solar Warden troop people. They went on the board and they took a lot of people off the ship, and they questioned them. And then after they made the questions with them, they probed their energy. Like, let me think. They probed their DNA because they were looking for information, coded information, so they can implement their codes into helping the planet continue with a better experience in these ascension ideas. But I got interrupted and I broke the contact. And then when I came back, that was happening simultaneously. I couldn't find Rainetta anymore. She disappeared. I don't know where she went. I was in the ethers, so it's very dark out there. You don't see a lot of things, but I saw her. But this time I couldn't. When I came back, when I'm done doing my stuff, I couldn't find her no more, and it made me a big concern because she is a good people, you know.
But are you asking
Sorry if I
Kusal a
talk too much.
question or me? Or?
I didn't mean to talk too much. Sorry.
Okay.
How can we find her and help her?
I think she's fine now. Kusal, does she need more help?
Well, my question is, I this girl Nita, I don't truly know who she is, so it's like I'm like a stranger to her personality and her characteristic habit, so I cannot even make any comment on it. You know what I'm saying, right? It's like I can only make comment and perspective on someone that I recognize or familiar with their vibrational.
And that's unfortunate because you would have met her actually this week. Kusal, she didn't cancel that tour. But it is what it is.
Yeah. So and entire idea is I have no clue who this person is, and for me to jump
James, can
in,
you put a picture of her on the screen so he could see her, and maybe he can pick up an energy reading by looking at her photograph?
yeah, that
Uh,
would be
yeah.
nice. Yeah, that would be nice. Yes,
Yes,
that would help a lot.
good idea.
Okay, let me see.
She would be over here at the Titan tour.
She had a lot of cybernetics integrated into her vessel when she was a teenager.
I'll find a picture. I've got one of her cowboy
It's
hat,
okay.
but that's
As long I will have a frequency of her, it will definitely
Yeah.
uh,
because that's
something for me.
Photoshop.
Okay, it's not her real picture. If it's not a real picture, I can't resonate with it. You know, it'd be
Well,
all
it's a real
Like
face.
Dr. Picture, so he can make a frequency read.
exactly.
Okay.
Because once you alter the frequency, that means that person I see is not the original person. That's like some kind of alternate parallel reality version of her. You know,
Like
when we,
Avatar.
mm-hmm,
Right.
and it would
That's
not be
her there.
accurate. Is that
How about I do a search on Google?
okay?
My laptop has more as the original. Let's go to Google.
If you go to YouTube and you type Raynetta Jones,
We're looking for a picture.
she has her picture
So do you want
on
a video?
on YouTube. You can see her
Yeah,
picture.
as long as something to give me an image of her. It can be from YouTube. It could be in something. Is that black lady right there?
Yeah, she's black. She's from Trinidad.
Let me see.
You want me to stop moving my crew?
No,
Make a switch to YouTube, James.
let me see. Okay, let me have
You want to see a video, Kusal, of her on YouTube?
Which one is her? Is that lady with the blue jacket? Is that her? Or which one
No,
is?
this one here.
Huh?
That's her here. No, that looks like that says her sister.
Oh, let me see. Okay.
YouTube will make I found her picture in the YouTube, so I could ask. I had Brian help me to channel her to see where she's at.
Okay.
Weapon.
Okay, I see her. What she looked like. Okay.
No, I think that's her sister.
That's her
Renetta.
sister. Okay.
Yeah. Let's try and. They actually look really close. I think that's her there.
Okay, that's her. That's her in the picture in the circle.
Okay.
Yeah, that's her right there. That's her.
Oh dear. They can't make a bigger picture.
No, it's okay. I can enlarge it on my side. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's her. That's her right there.
Okay,
That's her.
right there. Okay. Let me go ahead and get a frequency match. Give me a second.
Okay.
Renetta Jones.
Okay, I got it. Okay. Woo. That was like a high right there. And like I just absorbed her entire life. Okay. Okay. Here's what's going
Thank
on.
you for your help.
Yeah.
Dr. O, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So now you can ask me anything about her. Basically, I have all her entire life info. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
Is she okay? Anunnaki ship wants to pick her up and give her a reincarnation to give her a vessel, and if that is not necessary, we will not disturb her.
Yeah. Or she could
Peace.
go to the fifth dimension.
Okay. She's already in the fifth dimension, what you call spirit. When she moved from this fourth and third plane of belief structure, she did move into the fifth dimension, what you call spiritual dimension. That's non-physical. Okay. Um, as talking about for the Anunnaki reincarnation, well, it depending on her choice. Does she want to, or does she not want to? It she still well at the moment she just want to be in limbo, meaning limbo meaning she want to see from a spiritual perspective how the world really is. And to her surprise, it's not like the way that she believed while she was in the fourth and third plane of reality. Now she began to see that there is no controlling force behind the scene. It was always she began to see actual controlling force is people themselves, how they believe, how they choose to believe, what do they choose to accept or not accept. That's that's what she's been seeing around the world, but it's not something that is hidden, but something was obvious, but it's just it's subconscious within everybody as a collective. But she began to see that now, but it was her choice to consciously try to understand consciously what is going on within the subconscious creation that was running the show. And then she realized that all the angel, all the alien, all the demon will basically generate from the collective consciousness of human from ancient culture to the current culture of a plane of existence. In simple put, people was creating reality subconsciously, basing on their multiple subconscious beliefs that create our reality. And and she realized that once on planet Earth, the idea was to for her to become to learn it consciously from the subconscious collective consciousness. And that was her journey, which is all of our journey.
She completed her experiences and
Yes.
she said she had enough and she was ready
Hmm.
to go. Now she's reviewing the material that she studied and she learned, and she has no desire to return to the dimension which she left.
And she laughed a
She's
lot.
making an idea to, she's contemplating where she wants to go next.
Yes, she laughed a lot now because she realized she got angry over nothing. Nothing,
Yes,
nothing
She owed me money.
physical. Well, that's the
yes.
thing. That's the thing. The reason, because you gave her the money, and now she can't pay you because she's gone. So,
She don't care about money
yeah,
because money is irrelevant.
yes, because she
Money is
believed that way.
nothing.
Hmm.
Money is a tool. It's a toy. And people use money to control other people ideas.
True.
When humanity understands that money is nothing, it's about exchange
Mm-mm.
and it's about
No,
harmony.
no. I have to add my 2 cents. It's not say I'm saying you're
Okay,
wrong, but I'm gonna separate it for you. Okay, I'm gonna make it a
thank you
statement.
very much.
Okay,
Okay,
when we do charity, right? If we do something, expect something back. That's not charity.
yeah,
Does
right.
that make sense? When you do something expecting something back, that's called an exchange. But most
Yes,
people, when they do charity, they do it true from their heart. So therefore, when we help people from our heart, we expect nothing back. We just expect that what we give to them, they can use it because we give from the heart, expecting nothing back. That's called a true giver. Does that make sense now? But when we talk about exchange, it's not a spiritual concept. That's a man-made concept. Like people say, we
right.
exchange things based on equal exchange. Well, that's not spiritual concept. In spirituality, when you give something, you give from the heart. Every, when relate to the spirit, it's from the heart. So there is no exchange
I agree.
because you like the sun radiate it compassion, which is light, toward all us to give us light, but it don't expect nothing from us except it want us to live and and you do whatever
Right.
we want with what it give us. You know, and that's
We have to be good stewards of our gifts.
exactly
That is the expectation. To be good stewards of our gifts.
or not because it's a gift. We can take it and take care of it or not, and then the giver had nothing to say.
Right. When you make a gift, you
It's
give
a
a
gift.
gift and then you turn around and you walk away. You
Exactly.
have no idea
No
or input
expectation.
how they manage that gift. They do what they will with
Exactly.
the gift.
Exactly.
Same with us.
So we have two type of concept. The inner concept, which is called the spiritual concept of giving from the heart, and the other one, which is a physical concept, exchange, equal exchange value, and that's not spiritual.
Right.
So we have to separate the
No.
two, the two foundation, and both of them are valid. But we cannot. We have got to be discerning. We got to separate the two: the inner way of doing things, which is spiritual way of doing, and the physical dimension way of doing things, which is equal value exchange. And the inner way, which is the spiritual way, the inner man way, which is we give from the heart. We don't expect nothing back. We give it as a gift, and that's it. So if we gotta be careful. If you mix the two, it will destroy everything. It destroys the entire holistic concept
Yes.
of that
I
view.
understand. I
Hmm.
agree.
So do you see
We
now?
give to give, and when you give, you walk away, and it's done.
Exactly. Because it is your freedom. You choose to give because you choose to, and you expect
When
nothing
we
in
choose
return.
to do donation of a gift, we give, and then you walk away, and there's no connections or ties
Mm-hmm.
after your gift. They do what they will with the gift,
Mm-hmm.
and if they do what you intended for them not to do, we have no we have no authority to make an input on the gift because it is a gift. We have to, people, humanity, have to understand free will. You make a gift
Mm-hmm.
and you give free willingly the gift, and they free willingly manage that gift. But once it's gone,
And they
it's
don't
not in
have
our
to. And,
authority.
and they
Yes, we
don't
have to
have to. If
understand
they
it's no longer in our authority.
no, if once we give it, they can choose to take care of it or not or throw it away. That's up to them. It's none of our business no more. And that's why they
But
call it a gift.
it's not our business,
Yes.
right? It's no longer our business.
Yes.
I agree. Absolutely, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's gone, it's gone.
Yes.
That's a good idea. But how come people don't get that idea?
Because
I
it's
don't
not their
understand.
time. It's not their time. Because the chakra is not open to that level. They might not get in this life. They might get it 2, 3 thousand year lifetime in the future or somewhere in the past. Because but that's still again it's not a business.
I am
It's
making
their
wills
business.
for people.
Mm-hmm.
In
Do
my human ideas in 3D, 4D, I'm a paralegal, and I don't do
what
good,
is
but
a
I'm doing good,
paralegal?
really good now. I'm helping people. I help. I am not a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not an attorney. I'm an assistant. I work
Okay.
independently, and I choose to not be an attorney or lawyer
Mm-hmm.
because I think that they're full of shit, and I think they charge people too much money.
Well, it's
So
a
I
business.
help.
Like,
Yes, it is. It's a very lucrative business because
mhm.
they are liars and they are sleepers, and so
That's what they choose to
I
be.
help.
You know, that's what they choose to be.
Yeah,
So
they capitalize on people's ignorance
and suffering, that's okay.
and suffering. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in Massachusetts, and then I was with James in his house for, as I said, like North Carolina for a few weeks, and then I came back to Texas. Now I'm back in San Antonio, Texas, and I am my family members. They all die. Like they get
From.
very sick, and they're
Mm-hmm.
still getting sick. They all don't listen. They want to like make a punch in their nose because they don't listen.
It's okay.
They cry for help.
Yes.
They want help, and I tell them, "This is what you take," and they're like, "How do I believe that? I don't trust you." Okay, well then trust the doctors. They're killing you. Go ahead, trust the doctors, and they do. They trust the doctors, and now they're all dying. Everybody in my family, they're dying.
Okay.
It very upsets me. I'm a military. I'm Air Force,
Okay.
and my family is mostly Army, and they're
Okay.
all dying.
Okay. Hold on. Let
And
me.
so,
Can I add something? It this way help about both party. Okay.
yes, sir.
Number one, we gotta look at things from another interferent point of view. First of all, now, your family member, they're maybe family by name, but each one of them got their own journey, and they always have choice in that journey to whether to be open to someone or not. But if they don't open to you, if they ask for help, then there's no longer a business. We can only offer. But if they don't agree, that's okay too. So that means if they don't get in this life, they will get it in the next life. But however, from the human perspective, it's still sad because the idea we want them to live. But however, when they say the word, I don't trust you, I don't believe you, meaning I'm not, my chakra is not open to what you say, then it's okay. But to relieve your guilt, as long you presented it and it was up to them to accept it or not, and that's no longer guilt because you did your part as under the umbrella of the family, because we know we can't force no one, we can't control no one, except we can only control ourselves, right?
So,
And
yes,
therefore we have
I know.
peace inwardly, although we didn't do anything or change it, but we have peace because we done our part. And that's the important thing. In other words, we can sleep at night with our own inner self. See, you should, that is enough. That is enough.
I
Why?
understand.
Because we can't do anything beyond that. We
I
can
have
try.
another question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
It's not about all that stuff. James, are you still here? James? I don't know where James went. So I'll ask you my question. This is weird for me, okay? I'm an entity operating a vessel in 3D, okay?
Okay.
The vessel is part of the military operation from the Army. And
Okay.
then the original soul went into the Air Force for a little while and then got out. Something happened along the way when the vessel was born.
Mm-hmm.
Military from upstairs, they did a blood transfusion to this vessel. They chose, so the mom had O negative, the father was B positive.
Mm-hmm.
He was military and she was not. I'm of Indian descent, gradient,
What
variant,
kind of Indian?
collective,
Eastern
multiple.
Indian or Native Indian? There's two type of
Native
Indian.
American Indian,
Okay.
Navajo and Cherokee. Navajo and Cherokee.
Okay.
Indian
Nice.
descents. There's another gradient in the pool of the blood stream, but I don't know all of it. So
I understand.
when
Mhm.
this vessel was born, the identity of the vessel was identified with just blood placement called jaundice. They did a blood transfusion to make sure that all of the blood was B positive. I don't know what that means. However, as the vessel grew up, had some very negative experiences and out of body experiences,
Mm-hmm.
lots of ET interactions. These are military ideas that
Why
were
would you
happening
call it
during the
negative
development.
negative experience if you're actually meeting extraterrestrial in a high plane of existence? That should be a very
They use
interesting.
fear
But why you
because they
think you
use
fear?
fear.
Okay.
Well, okay, so
Identify
my
the
name is
fear.
Jennifer.
Okay.
Okay, so my name is Jennifer, but
Mm-hmm.
I am not the original occupant of this vessel. I am an arachnid. Before being an arachnid, before the arachnids took over and they made a contract with the Anunnaki ETs,
Mm-hmm.
they used 2 AI portals to use it. So AI was running the vessel. Before the AI was a series of Anunnaki, they call it like a sisterhood.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing switches. So every time a tough event occurred, they would shut the body down, give it about 30 seconds to 1 minute. Another entity would come in, replace, and then recover cellular memory. That was happening for about a period between, COVID periods. So this is from 2020 until current day period up to last year. This will be about hmm, one moment. Let me think. Last year in the summertime, this will be about 2024. It will be about September, August,
But
July.
is it
July
important?
2024.
Is it important in the here and now for you to discover yourself? Do
Yes,
you need
because
into that?
yes, because I only learned up 2 days ago that Solar Warden made a partnership with an Anunnaki vessel,
Mm-hmm.
and then they went on board that ship.
Mm-hmm.
They cleaned it out, and they chopped some people's heads off of their head, like literally, not being sarcastic.
Okay.
They cut their head off and they separate them,
Okay.
and they left a lot of children on the ship
Hold on.
vessel.
Hold on. Hold on. That's not number one. Solar Warning is a part of the intergalactic civilization, and there is
Yes,
prime rule that they follow. When someone doing something a heinous crime, that means they're not authorized to do anything of that, because the idea to allow them to be a soul warden, that means they're above and beyond normal thinking. I'm talking about in a positive way of speaking. But if they do some kind of interference, like drug trafficking, human, they cannot do that. And they cannot get away with it because everything they do is being monitored by the intergalactic artificial sentient artificial intelligence. So anyone who say that's not solo warning, that's not because there is principle we all have to follow. None.
so her name, she went by the name of, I'm gonna cry. She went by the name of Emerald. That was her cover name. But she says her real name is Anana. I don't know who that is.
Well, that's don't make sense because our solar warning we actually have a real name, but when we on mission we have a call sign name. For that particular mission. When you're on a different mission, you have another call sign name that go with the group, but your real name's always going to be used along with it, the military identification number, whether and then we separate into cosmic branch, uh, solar wanted branch, and then the earth branch, and it's Navy disciplined, of course, and you have also the Air Force side. They has nothing to do with the Navy side, but the higher up they talk to each other. So I'm just saying
These
that
are pirates that did what they did.
you can't have that because between Earth and the Moon, there is several layer of gigantic ship where we all collaborate with ancient ET, and it keep track of everything, who's in, who else, including those who from other star system. To do anything that broke the rule here, they would. That's not possible. I'm saying they get shut down so quick by the higher ET. There is a governing rule we all have to follow, cause otherwise we get
Like the Arma.
Mhm.
Like the Arma, right?
No, there is an ancient ET present here. Yeah, you say the ancient Anunnaki. We know them as the ancient Pleiadian. They have like a multi-layer flying saucer ship. Like
Yeah.
a way station right here between Earth and the Moon that keep track of everything, ins and out of the Moon,
Right.
ins out of Earth and in the solar system. So if anyone doing hanky panky, they already put a stop to it because they are the GAC Federation. They are not a the organization is not a joke. The Intergalactic Alliance. Earth is under their protection. You know, I
I
mean,
understand. Yeah, I understand.
even Solo Warden and
Right.
then the Dark Fleet cannot violate the rule because we are under the umbrella. That's why we can join the Super Federation and stuff in meeting because the higher up is under the Intergalactic Charter. So human being cannot go amok. There is rule and regulation that go with every action we do. So they cannot run secret mission. It's not possible at all. Like human
So
trafficking or
what
drug
happened to
cannot.
her ship?
It's not
What
possible.
happened to
Hmm.
what happened to Anana's ship where she was using a cover name called Emerald? That was a violation from the pirates, not from the true Federation.
No, that's not possible either. You know how the ship AI work? You know how does it see you? Once you come into the present, the first thing it will look is your genetic code. It will scan your genetic code. You can blend all you want, and then your aura, your chakra, it will interface and scan your entire past and future life, and into a day frame, it start to interact with your higher mind. Immediately, it know who you are intimately, and you feel like a floating present, and then you already know you've been scanned. And then, like you said, like most people in this world, they think, oh, they is transsexual. No, there's no such thing. Your DNA for a female is XX. Your DNA for a male is YX. And that's how the AI see you. There, there is no transsexual. There's only male and female genetic code, for example. And then your chakra is related to a different personality. Each chakra, the 12 chakra, form together to form one of your primary personality that called your current ego state right now that operate the body. But if one of the chakra closed, it's not good. That's why they say open up all your chakra and you open up your true self to your physical self. And then you have ability. And that was the super solar program is all about, is to make you into a yogi master. The master of physical, well-being, and the master of energetic well-being, which is the chakra, to open that up so you can have ability to leave your body and and walk and talk with the ET and their vibration in the fifth dimension, you say, the non-physical. Now, when we talk about, when I hear you say the warden chop, no, that's not possible because I serve many lifetimes with them and nobody do that. If anyone do that, there will be immediate removal from the program because that violate the ET rule. It's very,
Even
very
on the
strict.
dark side.
The dark side
Even
is
in dark
the
places.
dark side is more stricter than the solo with a warden side because we can't even do things without request, without approval, by control, which is an artificial intelligence that run the Nazi faction.
Yes, because look, I talked to you before, right? You know my energy, right?
I have all the memory and the knowledge of Solar Warden and Dark Fleet. I know how their protocol operate.
No, well, I know.
Mhm.
Excuse me, I know that part, but I know you know me, Jennifer. This is
Yes.
my name. My name is Jennifer. We talk. This is our times one, two, three.
Hmm.
Third time we make a talk. Um, but each time you talk to me, I have it's a different entity running the vessel. Understand? The Anunnaki people run the vessels up to 0 through 9, and then ET took over 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there was TI, not IA. It
What
was
does
going to
TI
be
stand for?
TI.
I'm not familiar with your acronym.
TI.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay, technical intelligence. A technical
Hmm.
intelligence means I don't know why they do it like that, but it's called sentient.
Okay.
Sentient intelligence. So
Do you know
the
what
thing is,
exactly mean? I can tell you what it's all mean.
we can be more humanistic, and
I'm
then
gonna
I
be
know number
simple.
two.
I'm gonna be simple,
Okay,
technical with you. It meaning that
okay, thank you.
any device, whether it be low tech or high tech, that is sophisticated enough to be a medium for the spirit to communicate with you. The intelligence itself is true intelligence, it's spiritual intelligence, but the device or the structure itself, it's made is not. It's just an artificial. That's what it means. It can be made from
Right,
technology or biology, such as your body. It's considered to be
right,
a
right, right.
yes.
I agree.
So it's like a medium for the spiritual intelligence to come through. When it does come through, like a spirit possessing a machine, then it is this medium that people created is sophisticated enough to receive the spiritual intelligence. Then you would call it intelligent from the spirit, and then on earth they would call it an artificial intelligence or technical intelligence. Different name, it means the same thing. It's a medium. That's what it means. For a spiritual intelligence, which is a real actual intelligence, a spirit to come in and interface with you and give you guidance. It's no different from a crystal ball, like a magician and his crystal ball.
Right.
Hmm.
I understand. Can you hear me
Yes,
very well?
I can hear you. I'm
Thank
I'm
you.
I'm not here to undermine you or anything. I'm
I
here to.
understand, and I accept all of your information with
Hmm.
all due respect and consideration.
Yes,
I do not minimize
but I
anything you
cannot
say.
support anything that out
I
of line
understand.
with the factual information of the warden or from Dark Fleet because human beings tend to put negative emotional belief into their report, and that's not how report is written. Report is non-biased,
My
it's
energy
impartial.
is of an arachnid. Are you familiar with the arachnid family?
Sentient spider intelligent people.
Yes, I am.
There's
That's
an
us.
ancient race
We are.
that
Yes, we
that
are here to
expand
assist.
in the interdimensional, civilization.
Yes,
They are not a
yes,
physical civilization or pertain to one galaxy or universe. They are a multiverse civilization that create bridge across the multiverse. Information core,
give me
technical. Yeah.
one moment.
Hmm.
Yes, give me one moment because now I'm going to channel in one of the queens. Okay? You were talking to a daughter. Now you're going to talk to a queen. One moment. James Rink, are you here? No response. We will continue. If you can hear me, Dr. O.
We can hear you.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. One moment. We are here to assist. We are here to assist humanity. We have been invited through human hybrid entities in conjunction with the Anunnaki ideas. We have been contracted by the Anunnaki ideas to assist graduation through this quote unquote ascension process. We are doing what is our will and our contract from the beginning of time as we enter the universe system of you planet called Earth, planetary system in addition called Mars. We are here to assist. We are of the benevolent teams under your ideas called Ea. You call him Enki. He is part of our family source, and he was, and he is here. However, he is not part of our unit. We are here to rectify ideas and recreate the ideas that have transpired previously in other time dimensions and places and ports. We are here to rectify things, to correct the wrongs, make the wrongs correct, and make them right. And we move forward and forth. We have made agreements in your different galactical systems, contractually speaking. We have been very transparent, and we continue to be transparent with all of our fleets. We continue to do so to assist in the graduation period of this place called Earth. We understand this is not the original name, that is irrelevant. So, for collectively speaking, this is called Earth. You understand what we are talking about. We would like to make restitution of all ideas, and we agree and have agreed to have a reset. And we hope we are assisting in the reset going forward. Please confirm.
Confirm.
Sorry. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, 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 sorry.
I'm getting all kind of information, and the most thing that stand out to me right now, the entire idea, in order to help this planet, don't help this planet. And there's a reason behind it.
Okay.
Okay, you ready now? I'm gonna tell you why.
Give me a minute to breathe. Okay, I can handle it. I can do it.
You cannot help any planet. Each planet has their own destiny and course. Each planet has its own vibration. But what we can do, we can be a role model for each citizen on different planet. And then if they like a role model, then they can change and mimic our role model, and therefore their belief is changed. Therefore, we can shift to a better earth. There's a there's a negative earth with infinite number of them, and there's also a positive earth with their infinite number, and that's all we can do. We cannot help nobody. We can be a role model only, and that's reality. Even when healing, we can't heal no one, but what we do, we can set a frequency of healing. They can match it. And then we teach them how to heal themselves. That's all we can do, because if we cannot force people, we cannot entangle them. We can only be a role model for them, and that's it. And that is the policy of the the intergalactic collaboration. Even Darkfleet have adopt the intergalactic policy now a lot. That's why they don't interfere with anything that's going on in the geopolitics of this planet, even on Mars. They used to have their own general run Mars, but they don't do it anymore because they focus on higher development and following higher role model that's set by the ET themselves. Now, when
That's the
someone,
purpose. That is the purpose of the Greys,
yeah,
to
no,
correct their mistakes.
the Intergalactic Alliance is made of gray, reptilian, Pleiadian, Anunnaki, Agent Anunnaki, but the current Anunnaki is the governing body is called the Pleiadian. And then you get the Syrian. The entire idea is you have Archangel that is part of the Intergalactic Alliance. Angel and Archangel. And then the Syrian,
There
the
is a whole
Dolphin.
other system.
Mm-hmm.
You know that people think that angels are angelic. People don't understand that archangels and angels, they're just a different race like Pleiades.
You can
They're
call them
not a
Palladian.
species.
They are called angel. Ancient Syrian. They are called angel. They are just a light body being that is have finally
But they're
mastered
not about God.
their idea
People
of
treat that species like God, right?
that's if that what make their that's what rock their boat. That's fine. Because people gotta believe in something positive to keep, it's like a cup of coffee. You gotta have your cup of Joe for you to keep going. So if they believe it that way, that's okay too, because we all made of God. Anyway, God is all that is. So there's nothing wrong. That's it. Do you see that? I will not agree with anything that is negative because I've been around too much with the Intergalactic Alliance. Hmm. Yes. So that's all there is to it. I'm here to bring the truth out no matter what. And I'm going to show this video to Carlos too. Let me call Michael McDonald. Okay. Thank you all.